I mean, I could easily be almost 500 pounds, but, I'm not.
So guess what?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. We're going to dive into our 27th episode of Kitchen to the Grave, where we're going to talk about the monster we know as Just Amber. Today's video is titled The Awful Truth About the Hate Community and Rarity Update. I'm as excited for this as I am to go to DMV. All that being said, let's get into it.
Hello, welcome to another Let's Talk video. So today I'm just wearing my comfy Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not Halloween nor Christmas, but it is comfy. All right, you guys, let's get straight into sweet and sour. Tina Ozuna 3459 said, "Crazy you still blame Beck." So I was simply just responding to a rumor where people were like, Beck urged you to go to the doctor about your bleeding. I was responding to that with, that's not true.
I don't believe that. I believe everybody in your life at the time told you to go to the doctor and you refused to. Probably, most likely because you're embarrassed. When it has anything to do with that kind of stuff, you don't shower. So of course you're not going to want to, go to the doctor and get naked in front of them and get it checked out if you fucking stink.
Wasn't blaming, just clarifying. K. Marie Singer said, "Love your hair, you look gorgeous." Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. I have been trying to work very hard on my hair lately. Even my mom, the last time I saw her, was like, "What have you been using on your hair? It just looks so much healthier." So
She always has to confirm her stories by saying, even my mom or even so-and-so said this and said that. Like, to me, I think it's a lie. She's not really trying to better her hair. It just is what it is, and it doesn't look good to me. Looks like shit.
people are noticing. It is very much a sad point because I do love my hair. But
Oh, people are noticing. Yeah, right.
with age, going through menopause at such an early age, like my hair has just gotten bad. So I'm trying my hardest over here. Emma Matson said, "Beck is not even on the internet at the moment and all you do is talk about your exes. Do you not have anything more interesting to talk about?" For one, I don't care if they're on the internet or not. They poked, I'm responding.
No, she has nothing better to do or to talk about. Of course, she's never going to stop talking about Beck.
They have a whole channel talking about me, responding to questions about me, watching and responding reaction channels about me.
Yeah, that's because you're the abuser.
Like it's just about me. I have hundreds of things that I talk about. Exes are included. They opened the floodgates and pretty much said sink or swim, and I chose to swim. Everyone talks about my exes, and if anyone has the right to, it would be me. They laid next to me in bed, not you. Nicole said, "I hope you're okay, Amber. I love your makeup and hair." Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. It seems like more people are being sweet in the comments for my sweet and sour, and it's definitely appreciated, and it's not going unnoticed at all.
That's probably a lie as well. It's mathematically impossible with all the hate that she gets that she's really getting this many nice comments. She's obviously just choosing the nice ones. It would be more interesting if she actually chose the not nice ones, because that's what we're here for.
All right, you guys, now it is time for Sip and Community. There's no point because you don't actually pick any of these questions. Every single question that I pick is on here. Let's talk about the 5-pack of cookies that you bought at Cracker Barrel. I already responded to this, so you should watch my weigh-in video or become a member and watch it in my live stream. So I am getting a ton of questions about one set topic, so I'm just gonna answer it as like a full statement here. A lot of people think that I can't afford my medication. I can. Why?
What? Say that again? You can afford your medication? Then stop begging for people to join your membership so that you, quote unquote, can afford your medication. Because we know you can. Stop buying all that damn Amazon junk.
Why did you buy Mr. Snowflake's information? Never have I ever done that. Why don't you show the scale anymore? I weigh myself.
Never have I ever done that. You act like it's beneath you. You've done it before. That's why they asked.
Naked. Do you think 34 is an acceptable age to be behaving the way you do? Yeah. Why was Beck's health your responsibility, but your health wasn't theirs? Let the hate commence for having a differing opinion. Oof. Why is it everyone else's job to take you to the ER and to make you doctor's appointments? No one has ever made me a doctor's appointment. I make them myself, so it's kind of a weird statement. And asking why everyone has to take me to the ER, I mean, if you're in a relationship and your partner needs to go to the ER, wouldn't you take them too?
Yes, I would take them too, but they would actually need to go. Every time you go to the ER, you really don't need to be there. It's not an emergency. It's not life or death.
You sound like a shitty person, actually. Just saying. How do you not
Takes one to know one, Amber.
understand how beautiful you actually are? That was sweet, so I wanted to include that one. Thank you.
Yeah, she really thinks that she's beautiful and hot. Shit. Anybody that can't fucking bathe every day has to wipe their ass on the corner of the counter with the rag is not hot. Sorry.
But probably because society tells me I'm ugly and disgusting and gross.
Yeah, you are ugly, you are disgusting, and you are gross. And it's because of who you are, not because you're fat.
Are you going to give refunds to your members for not going live for a full 2 hours this Tuesday night? I have gone live for the full 2 hours. Every single time I've done it. But I think there was one time I did go live for only an hour and 57 minutes, but that's because I wasn't feeling good mentally at all.
Like and subscribe.
When do you ever feel good?
All right, you guys, now it is time for the interview.
If you could erase one rumor about yourself forever, but had to replace it with another one, even if it's a fake rumor, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a really good question. That's unique. No one's ever asked that before.
I wonder if she's gonna say the Casey stuff. We'll see.
So I would erase the rumor that I'm lying about the relationship I had when I was a teenager, and I
Called it.
would replace it with something stupid. Let's say the rumor could be that I never went to college even though I did. Same person sent another question.
My second one is, if you could trade lives with any reaction channel, who would it be and why? Do you think that you would react to the criticism of being a reaction channel in a positive way or in a destructive way?
Wow, I love your questions because they're so unique. So already right off the bat, if I was a reaction channel, I would 100% be a reaction channel that was constructive. I would not be rude. I wouldn't be like mean, because when Zachary Michael actually
Pretty much, you want the reaction channels to kiss your ass and say how good of a person you are. Pretty much lie. No thanks. We're here to tell everybody how fucking awful you are, what kind of person you are, how you abuse your partners, how you abuse animals, and how you're a fucking predator.
came back to YouTube, I was actually live streaming when it happened, and I reacted to him. And even though he has been awful to me, he has hurt me, he's made me feel like shit, like has spent years just capitalizing off of my pain, my problems, my issues, monetizing that on his.
You monetize your pain and your problems just as much. If it was that big of a deal to you, you wouldn't even talk about your medical issues and your mentals.
Channel, like all the mocking he's done and the degrading and just making me feel like crap. I'm allowed to feel that way.
Zachary Michael has actually been the nicest person to you, which is why I don't understand why you pick on him like you do. Like, do you pick on him because you think he's the weakest? I don't know. I want to know the answer to that question.
But that's not the point. Even though he's done all that, like I reacted in a constructive way, and I actually was very like understanding and compassionate, and I related to him in a lot of ways when it comes to like mental health and such. And I feel like that's exactly how it would be as a reaction channel. If I could trade lives with any reaction channel, I would only do it if it's for one day, because if it's forever, like no, I'm good. I would probably trade lives with Jordy, and he is someone that I have not watched since the.
Why would you trade lives with Jordy? Is it because you're curious, you want to know who he lives with and what he does every day and blah, blah, blah? That's so weird.
Beginning of January, and it is so freeing.
Honestly, if I had the option to change lives with Amber or die, I think I would die.
But I just have a couple questions that I want answered, you know?
Hey Amberlyn, oh my god, I love your channel so much. I
Aw.
love your videos so much. Please never stop uploading.
Oh, thank you.
But I just wanted to ask,
Please stop uploading.
if you could wake up tomorrow at your goal weight, do you think that your mindset would change? Or would the mental struggles that you have still be there?
Well, we know if she was a skinny girl, she'd be in LA dating the hot people, huh? Not Beck, not Destiny, no fatties.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for the question. And I definitely think that the struggle would still be there, 100%.
Okay, sorry it took me so long. I literally was like on a train for...
Honestly, if she was a skinny girl, she'd be way worse of a person. Like, people would probably actually physically get hurt by her.
so long. But anyway, I have 2 questions for you, but I'm going to send them as 2 different voicemails or voice messages so that if you decide you want to answer like one or not the other or whatever, you don't have to do any like weird editing. You can just like pick whichever question you want to answer, and then you can, I don't know, I'm trying to make it easier for you. I'm sorry.
Aw. Okay, she sent another.
Why are you trying to make it easier for her? She has all the time in the world to edit her videos, and she's not going to edit it out anyway, so it doesn't matter what you say.
So my first question, back in like December, I remember you did like an interview for like an article, and it was supposed to come out in December or something, but you did like an interview for an article that kind of just like disappeared. Like, what's the tea on that?
Actually, I had that same question. I want to know why they didn't do the interview. I wonder if it's because they actually did research and found out who Amber really is. That's probably why. They wanted nothing to do with that.
Real.
Oh, when is that coming out? I was like low-key really interested in that. Where did that go?
Okay, so I'll respond to your next question after this one, and I'm wondering the same thing. Like, where is it? I haven't been contacted or anything. I haven't gotten any updates, haven't heard about it. I think people found out like who the interviewer was, and I'm afraid that maybe
No, I think the interviewer found out who you were.
they were harassed or something, because that's always what happens. Like, something good happens to me, or even just like mediocre, the haters know how to ruin it. This has happened. I can't even tell you how many times. I have been contacted for like sponsors so many times.
I really wish Amber had Cyrax haters. That would be awesome.
But I never do any of it. I decided to do it one time, and it was a journaling company, like a notebook / journaling company. I literally talked about the company one time and said how I was sponsored, because you're supposed to let your audience know that you're sponsored when you do something. And the company got literally harassed, and they had to let me go.
Yeah, because the people contacting them probably told them who you are.
So it just sucks. I feel like it could be very much one of them situations for sure. All right, so
Nobody wants an abuser representing them.
let's continue your questions.
And then my second question, which is like a little less like serious, I guess, is if you could own any pet that like you're not allowed to own, like a lion or like, I don't know, a sloth, like something crazy, what pet would you have? Like what like restricted pet would you have? I always think that's a fun question. But yeah.
It is a fun question.
Anyway, love you. Been watching your videos
Aww.
for like 8 years now or something. Literally crazy. Like I've literally been watching you for so long. Love you.
I love you.
Hope you're doing okay. And love from Canada. I'm Canadian. Love from
Oh.
Canada.
Oh my god, you're genuinely so sweet. Thank you so much. And instantly, it would be a deer. A deer is actually my favorite animal. I love deers so much. I think they're so cute. Like, I genuinely cannot. So it would definitely be a deer.
Hey girl. I was just wondering how you deal with maybe moments that you're embarrassed of that you filmed and posted on the internet, or the one particular clip that's in my mind is the beanbag in a hurry comment that guy had made that time. How do you deal with that? I feel like once it's on the internet, people just clip the shit out of that and then it's immortalized forever. I've had moments as a big gal where people have said some strange shit to me in public, and I just want to curl up and never be seen by the light of day again. I just can't imagine having that replayed over and over and over again. Do you ignore it? Do you not even, maybe you don't even know? Love you, girl. I really do.
Oh, thank you. And honestly, like, okay, I feel like I have so much to say to this. So first of all, I feel like I don't really get made fun of in public. I don't know. That might just be a me thing. I don't notice it really.
I find that hard to believe. I bet you she gets so many people that stare at her all the time, no matter what. Like, even if you're not really trying to stare, if you see somebody in the public that's 500 pounds, you kind of just look. So I highly doubt that nobody ever stares at her. Nobody ever makes a rude comment about her. Maybe not to her face, but people are out there talking shit about her. Bet you anything.
Sometimes people be looking at me, but I always am like, do they know me from YouTube? Because 9 times out of 10,
Of course, that's the first thing she thinks. No, that's not why they're looking at you. They're looking at you because you're fucking massive. You're not normal.
and if someone is staring hardcore, eventually they are like, I recognize you. I saw you on TikTok. I saw you on YouTube. It's never like, damn, that bitch is big. Like, yes, through my life, I have been very much fat shamed in public. It was a lot worse as like a teenager and as a kid. But as an adult, like, it doesn't happen as much. And that whole beanbag in a hurry
I don't like when people fat shame other people, but I don't give a fuck about Amber. I'm glad that it happens to her if it actually does. She deserves it.
situation type deal, I still to this day do not think that guy was talking about me. I could be wrong. I don't know. But they all were like in a deep conversation. So I think it might be just one of them situations where it just sounded good at the time. I genuinely don't think that someone was just be like, yeah, damn, look at that beanbag in a hurry. That like genuinely also just doesn't make any sense. But I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, it's literally just a classic example of fat phobia and fat shaming and being made fun of for your body for no reason. And the fact that the internet has like literally glamorized that clip just proves, like I've always said, that I am entirely fat shamed.
It's only glamorized because it's you. We hate you.
way too much online, and people have somehow made it okay.
Hi Amber, big fan here from Italy. I have been following you since 2018 and sort of really enjoyed watching your progress throughout the years. And I'm sorry to see that you're not doing
What progress have you enjoyed seeing? The only progress I see is the weight gain.
so well, but hopefully you can find someone to sort of keep you motivated and going to achieving all your goals that you've got for yourself. My question for you is, if, or maybe when, you finally get to whatever goal it is that you've got for your life, whether
She's never going to get to her goal, so stop asking that stupid question.
it's a certain weight that you want to go down to, or any achievements that you want to get, how are you going to reward yourself? Are you going to go on a big trip somewhere, or are you going to
She will reward herself with eating. That's what she does.
move somewhere to your dream place?
Coming from somebody that has lost weight, even after losing all your weight, you still have the same brain. It's the brain that needs to be fixed. So with her having the same brain, she's just going to eat and get fat again. She's still going to be lazy. Nothing's going to change if she loses weight, but the fact that she lost weight. That's it.
Yeah, what's the ultimate goal?
Honestly, like I said in my last Let's Talk, I really want to visit Las Vegas. I think that would just be a fun moment in time. But I don't know how I would reward myself once I've achieved my goal. I really have not thought about it, actually. I have flirted with the idea of like rewarding myself for like small achievements. So I will want to continuously meet those.
That's your problem, is you keep rewarding yourself with these small achievements that mean nothing. Like, stop. That's part of your problem. But what do I know?
Goals so I can keep getting those rewards instead of just like one big reward at the end of it all, because it just seems so dumb.
Why don't you try that? Reward yourself with a trip somewhere once you lost 450 pounds. But we know you're not, and you know you're not. That's why you don't have that goal.
Teen.
OMG, I love you so much. They can never make me hate you. My name is Dosey Bystanders, and I really love your channel.
Good for you that you love an abuser of animals, an abuser of women, and a fucking predator. Good for you. You must be a great person too.
Watching you, I think from the beginning. And my question to you is, from your entire journey on YouTube, what about your journey do you think people misunderstood? And how could you correct that? Like, how could you allow your audience to understand you better?
Everything and nothing. Like, that is my genuine response. I have been misunderstood regarding everything.
That's because you lie. It's all in your videos. Like, look at your videos.
And I feel like it's done on purpose almost. And there is genuinely nothing I can do about it. I make these Let's Talk videos to talk about rumors and speculation, and people still believe what they want. Like the whole...
People believe what they want because, like I said, you're a fucking liar. Stop lying and people will believe you.
Cookie thing, just as of recently, is a good example of that. They created a rumor. I talked about it in live stream and in a weigh-in, and still in this video, I've had to talk about that rumor because they will continue to think whatever they want. They will think whatever is the most entertaining to the situation, whatever will make me look the worst. And there is nothing.
It's because there's literal proof that you're lying. If you're talking about the 5 cookies from wherever that place is called, if you look on their website, it says they only sell them in 5 or 10 pack. So how did you get one? They're not going to open a 5 pack to give you 1 cookie out of it. Then they'd have to throw the rest away. Why would they open a 5 pack to give you 1? That doesn't make sense. That's why people believe what they want, because you're not reliable.
I can do about it at all. Like, genuinely, I wish people understood me more, and I know there's a large portion of people who do, and I appreciate you guys. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, and I will always be here.
Hey Amber, sorry if the question is a bit hecticana.
Oh gosh.
But I was wondering, if you were to find out that Rarity has been found and adopted by someone else, and is happy, is okay, she's safe, would you travel all the way back to Wisconsin to get her, or would you just let her live with her new family? I was just wondering. Right, cheers, bye.
Knowing Amber, she's gonna say she would go get Rarity. Although I doubt that.
Bye. No, she would not get to stay with that family. Rarity is my child, my heart, and it's like, I know she misses me. as much as I miss her, and I think about her and miss her every single day. Like literally just a couple days ago, I had a full-fledged breakdown because of it, and it eats me up inside every single day. Me and Tommy have spoken about this when it first happened and I came back home, that no matter what happened with me and Tommy, she would never give up looking for Rarity. And
Me and Tommy have spoken about this. And then, did you see that cut? And then she says, when it first happened, okay, yeah, we know that you're still dating Tommy. We know this. And that's why nobody understands you, because you lie so fucking much.
and neither will I. I'm so constantly and consistently on missing cat forums, etc., etc. And when Rarity is found, I will have her back in my arms. You know, it's almost like asking someone like, oh, you have a missing child? Okay, so when they're found, do you want them back?
It's not the same thing.
Like, of course I do. That is my child. That is my everything. That is my heart and my soul. And my family
Then you shouldn't have let her out.
is not complete without her. Like something super special was taken from me. I am not able to have children. I'm not able to do that because of
Thank the Lord.
cancer and having a hysterectomy. So I treat my fur babies like they're very much my children, like they came from me, and that is how I feel. Like in my heart, they're just everything to me. Like genuinely
Oh, there goes the fake crying.
every day, they are what keeps me going. They have been my constant for almost a decade, all three of them. And a lot of people constantly were like, why would you take your pets to Wisconsin? It's because I knew I was going to be there for a pretty good length of time.
You were there for 3 months. Your mom could have took care of your animals. You wanted to be there longer. That's why you brought them. You thought that Tommy was going to let you move in. But nope, I wonder why.
And I wouldn't just leave my children without me. And that's how I view them. And I genuinely thought it was the right choice to take them with me. But something happened. Something bad happened due to that. And it's something that eats me up every single day.
Hey Amber,
I bet you don't even think about it. Shut up.
I've got like a would you rather question kind of thing. Would you rather be able to go to space and explore space, or go to the bottom of the ocean and explore the bottom of the ocean? Bear in mind, like, there's no chance of you dying for either of them. I'm just intrigued what you would choose.
That's scary. They both sound super scary. Very, very scary. Oh my. So if I don't get hurt and I come out alive on both situations, I feel like I would probably go to space, because it's like, I have some questions. Is the Earth flat or not? I'm just joking.
You're not joking, but I wish you would go to space and get stuck out there. We don't need you here on planet Earth.
All right, you guys, now it is time for tea or tale. Amberlynn is doctor shopping. No, that's not true. So I saw people thinking that I was doctor shopping because the telehealth random company that I was trying to get a GLP-1 through denied me because of my past issues with my gallbladder. I should have just saw my primary doctor to begin with. I have always got the compounded stuff, get it through these little like telehealth companies, and you get it through med spas, which is what I did. But I was going for the real stuff, the Zep-bound, the FDA approved stuff. And my brain, like for some reason, was wired to thinking I had to go through these like telehealth places. And it's like, my brain didn't even tell me, Amberlynn, just see your primary care doctor. Like it was like a little thought, like a tiny little one, but it wasn't like as obvious as it should have been. But the company that denied me,
It wasn't as obvious as it should have been, because you probably recently got a primary doctor and you don't see them regularly like you should. So of course that's not what you're thinking, because that's not what you do. You do just do telehealth appointments and go to the ER and stuff like that. That's why you didn't think it.
they actually suggested like maybe you should see your primary care doctor. So it was suggested by them, but regardless, I should have done that anyway. And if I was doctor shopping or just trying to get this medicine easily, if I was trying to just take a shortcut, etc., I would just go back to the med spa. I would just go back to those telehealth companies that approved me like this and just wanted my money. But I want to do it the right way. So that's why I'm choosing not to do that. So this next rumor kind of correlates a little bit with the last one. Amberlynn doesn't even have a doctor. That's not true. I actually do have a doctor, and I've had the same one since I've been in Oklahoma. So it's been almost 2 years now. I get it, my life is boring, but I don't vlog every single thing in my life. Like literally since I've been home from Wisconsin, I have seen my doctor. It was just like a normal checkup. Amberlynn doesn't need protein because she doesn't do anything. So protein is not just for athletes. It's not just for people who get up and exercise and go to the gym and do all this movement. Protein is for everyone.
Yeah, but you should probably get it other ways, not by eating a high calorie bar and then sit there and do nothing. You should get it through eggs and chicken and stuff like that. But no, what do we know?
Protein is
You're the one gaining weight, not me.
for humans, it's for mammals. Everyone literally needs protein. I'm not like some random species that doesn't need protein. Protein is super, super important. Like, it helps with bone health, gives you strength.
Protein's important.
And energy, and the list literally goes on. But to make matters even worse, protein is even more important for people who have been through menopause. It helps with muscle loss. It helps with that slower metabolism you get because of menopause. It helps with the density loss that you get. Protein helps with all of these things. And when you're losing weight, you sadly do lose muscle.
You're not losing weight, so you don't have to worry about that.
So to help with that, eat that protein, drink that protein. It is very important.
Please don't listen to anything a 600-pound person that can't lose weight tells you. Just don't listen.
About to get to bad choices, but I forgot to mention a very important one. Lack of protein equals hair loss, and I do not want any more of that. All right, you guys, it is now time for bad choices. So I've actually had people send me like videos and pictures, people that have this game, and they send me the responses, and I genuinely think it is like the cutest thing ever. Like, you guys are like literally adorable. I can't. All right, first one. Have you ever made a sex tape like with someone else? No. For $100,000, would you spit on every new person you meet for a year? No, I wouldn't. Like, that just sounds extremely disrespectful. Plus, spitting on someone is
When do you care about being respectful?
actually illegal. Random fact, I'm sure everyone knows that. If you were broke, would you keep a lost wallet full of cash even if the owner's ID is inside? Absolutely not. I've actually found a wallet before. And obviously when you find a wallet, you look inside to look for the ID. And when I saw the ID, I saw that there was cash in there. Didn't take a penny. And that was during my broke era. Have you ever said I love you and
Oh, good for you, Amber. You did something. Good for you. Yay.
not heard it back? Yes. Have you ever injured yourself during sex? Yeah, I've like had like a pulled cramp and, you know, some other
Don't believe it. You're disgusting. We don't want to know about your fucking sex life.
personal things. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys love Twinkie as much as I do. Do you get babes?
Where's wasabi? You haven't showed wasabi in a few.
I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Gross. Thank you guys for writing that out with me. I know it was torture, but we survived it. Amber, as usual, you're fat and we hate you. Thank you guys for being here. See you in the next episode.